Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Freaks of Nature. Get out, undead, or alive.
Directed by Robbie Pickering, starring Mackenzie Davis, Josh Fadem, and Nicholas Braun, Freaks of Nature is about a wacky town of Dillford, home of the Riblets, that's comprised of different communities such as vampires, humans, and zombies, and they all coexist and they're all just living their lives. But then the aliens come and they need to team up and fight the aliens. So what do we like?
I really enjoyed the humor of this film. A lot of the jokes were very well executed. Keegan from Key and Peele, his little bit at the beginning of the movie was hilarious because it reminded me of his Coach Hines days from Mad TV.
Some other little guest spots were actually pretty fun too. We had Patton Oswalt, Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. And we had our favorite asshole, Dennis Leary. And of course we have Vanessa Hudgens being sexy as all hell. And I think she took this role to try and break her Disney stereotype once again.
Even our three main characters, I thought they had great chemistry. They all played off of each other perfectly, and it was funny seeing that we had a human, a vampire, and a zombie. And I felt the gags didn't get old throughout the film.
What was nice was the pacing was pretty quick. In 10 minutes, somebody gets turned into a vampire, somebody gets turned into a zombie, and then they get taken over by aliens. So the rest of the movie, we have these three characters working together to try and fend off these aliens. There was so much shit going on. You have people blowing up, because anytime that a vampire gets stabbed, it just blows up into fucking smithereens. There's just blood everywhere. You have the somberness of the zombies eating their spam brains, which I thought was hilarious. This is definitely a higher production value than we're used to seeing. It shows. I mean, we have good camera work. We have pretty decent sound and audio and everything. Nothing over the top, I wouldn't say that they had the best of either of these, but I mean, it's a higher production. Now it's time for our dislikes. Well, I touched on the pacing, because everything was moving really fast at the beginning. It really came to a halt, because it became more of a high school drama for a lot of the movie, considering that people are dying all over the place and there's fucking aliens and vampires and all this cool shit happening. We weren't focused on that, we're focused on the characters, and sometimes that works because you want the drama. I mean, The Walking Dead, you like it more because of the interaction of people and not the zombies. In this case, I don't think it worked, because you wanted more of the surrounding elements and not these stupid teenage crushes.
The low point in this film has to be the final act with the cliched drama. We're seeing this film from the start and it's just in your face hilarious. It's action packed and it's very fast paced. And then in the final act, it's just three characters developing at this point, where they shouldn't be developing. It should have already established that at the beginning of the film. So now it's you're watching two different films.
And you're already so used to the high action and energy, but that all kind of stops. It's happening in the background. We don't get any more jokes. Key is out of the movie at this point. Mm-hmm. Any of the fun characters that we got introduced to are not in the movie again.
Yeah, and even the humor that we get between our three main leads, it's gone. They just go from hilarious to serious.
Trying to figure out their love lives and all the love triangles between the vampires, the zombies, and the humans.
When they were talking about families and parents, that was overplayed way too much. We don't care about that. We want to see them running around facing aliens, not talking about their teen problems. That's not the movie we want to see.
And the way that this movie is advertised in the trailer, and if you saw our reaction, we were very stoked going into this because it looked like it was going to be hilarious and action-packed. And unfortunately, most of the movie was in the trailer. I think the marketing team ran with this and tried to turn it more into the comedy action movie, but it's not that. It's really not an action comedy at all. Well, I mean, for maybe some of the movie it is, but it's more like an unfunny American Pie for most of the movie. Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings.
We're getting something that we haven't really seen, which is vampires, zombies, and humans coexisting in modern day life. That itself is a hilarious play on situations. We got everything we were asking for in this film in the first half. The last act just destroyed this film. It is not worth watching past like the 40-minute mark. And with that being said, I have to give this 2.5 happy hump days out of 5.
This was another trailer trickery by a smooth marketing team. This landed between Cooties and Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, being that I hated Cooties and loved Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. This kind of had both things. It had a lot of unfunny jokes and a lot of dry parts, but it also had like a pretty solid like main cast and strong acting from those involved. However, it was way too dull for what's happening. There's so much cool stuff that they could have explored. The production value is good and you'll probably like it on a Sunday afternoon hungover on Netflix. I don't think it's worth buying, but it's also not like the worst movie. So I don't know. So I'm gonna give this 2 Last Donuts on Earth out of 5.
Come on, man, for the love of shit!
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film. If you want to check it out and you haven't seen it yet, there's links in the description. But I recommend Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse over this. Oh, and make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our reactions, reviews, and everything Bloodbath and beyond.